My name is Melissa Abache. I'm the Director of International Student Recruitment at Koç University. I have been working at Koç since 2014. I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela, and I have been living in Turkey since 2011. I'm very excited about doing this series because our main mission as a team at Koç University is to let the world know that we are one of the best universities, not only in Turkey or in the region, so that we can attract talented students for our undergraduate programs. So one of the very common questions that we receive when we are abroad, when we're visiting different countries, when we visit high schools, is from students asking, for example, whether medicine is a good choice versus molecular biology and genetics, if they should study computer engineering or computer science. There's a lot of questions that high school students have about their options by pursuing different undergraduate degrees. So this series, we hope, is going to help them have a clearer picture of what does it take to be, and thrive in our university in each of those programs. We also know that, especially in some of the countries that, that there is a lot of attraction about Turkey to come to study here, there is a big preference for engineering and for medicine. And for medicine especially, I think it's important that we give a lot of information before students decide to apply. I think by listening to this series, some of those questions will be answered more clearly and help not only students, but also parents to know more about why a specific undergraduate degree could be a good fit for them as a student and for their, daughters or sons. One of the reasons it's very easy for us to promote the university is that it's a research-focused university, and that means a lot. Even though we're a young university, because we're less than 50 years old compared to some very, well-established institutions in Turkey and also in the region or even Europe and worldwide, in that short amount of time, we have been able to really achieve a lot of things in terms of the quality of education that it's provided to undergraduate students, the quality of the research and the impact that that research is having across all different disciplines and fields in Turkey and globally, and also the type of community impact that we have, again, in our immediate communities within Turkey and globally. That is very impressive when you look at it from the point of view of being a young and a small university as well. One of the things that I always talk to high school students is the fact that it's a research university benefits you in three ways, the way that I see it. First, it means that the professors that are going to be teaching you the courses in your undergraduate degrees will be, preparing their syllabi for their courses using the latest thought and methodologies and case studies in their fields. When you have a very strong research activity in the faculty members, it benefits you because you are already being exposed to the latest thinking in that area and are ready to understand critically all of those elements even before you graduate. The second way in which I think it benefits you being in a research university is that you also get the opportunity to start trying out, and developing your research skills as an undergraduate degree. So all of our students have the opportunity, if they want, for example, to work during the summer breaks, the winter breaks, even during each semester as research assistants in laboratories, in research centers, or with individual faculty members. And that's important because it might not be clear to you whether after you graduate, after 4 years, if you want to go straight into work or if you want to continue to do a graduate program, a master's, or even a PhD. But the fact that you get the opportunity to try, to have the experience as a short internship and see if it's for you or not, it's a really big benefit. It helps you to make up your mind well in advance. And lastly, the third reason why I think it's important is, again, our professors. So 95% of our professors obtain their PhD degrees from the top institutions worldwide. I'm talking about the Ivy League institutions in the US, the top ranked universities in Europe, some universities in Asia, and also, of course, in Turkey. So their connections and the network that they can offer to you as an undergraduate student, it really is invaluable. When it comes to applying for graduate school later on after you graduate, their recommendations in terms of where to apply, which program is the most prestigious and with the best reputation in that field, who are the best supervisors that you should be looking to work with, that advice, it's something that you don't find in every university. And because we're small in terms of our student body compared to most universities in Turkey, it also means that you get a sort of boutique learning experience in terms of the class sizes that you're going to be attending. Not all of them, of course. First year courses are usually bigger than your second, third, fourth year courses. And it means that you really become known to your professors. You're not just a number, an identification number and a face in the crowd. Because we do have small class sizes, your professors get to know you. You can establish good professional, relations with them. And that makes a difference, as I explained before. So when it comes to graduate studies and opportunities for international alumni to work in Turkey and anywhere else, I think our university also has a track record. So to give you some data, our Career Development Center, they carry out a survey every 2 years called First Destination Survey. So they send this survey to all of our alumni. The last one was to those students who graduated in 2018. And they're asked, what are they doing now, what they do after graduation, if they went straight to work, if they applied to graduate school, if they set up their own business, the different options that one might have. And it also asked them, for example, for those who decided to work after graduation, when they received their first job offer. For us, it's extremely reassuring that the number, it's always over 80% of them received that job offer within the first 3 months of graduation. That includes a percentage of those who also got an offer before graduation. And you can see again on the survey the different industries in which they're employed, the differences between different departments or different degrees that we have at the university. That report sadly doesn't break it down by international and Turkish students, but anecdotally, what I can say from feedback that we have received from some of our undergraduate alumni, we always recommend to our international undergraduate students, if they want to stay in Turkey after graduation to work, to try to learn Turkish to the level where they can have, professional, like working, let's say, language proficiency, because it does help to open a higher number of doors in terms of the organizations and positions that they can access. Besides, having the Koç University degree, which opens a lot of doors within Turkey. However, what we see is that, a lot of students are attracted to come to Turkey and study at Koç University because they see this as a stepping stone into a further destination after graduation. Some of our students, of course, will want to go back to their country of origin to work, in their own country, where they also have important networks and they're more familiar with the context there. But some of them also, for example, they want to use their Koç University degree to then apply to very prestigious graduate schools, especially in the US and the UK and Germany. These are examples that come to mind recently from recent graduates. And as I said, our degree is widely recognized. The reputation of our professors also helps a lot when it comes to applying to graduate programs in this university. So those are the type of opportunities that we have seen are taken up by international alumni. One of the things that we always get asked by parents, especially, is what type of support is provided to international students, because it is a big decision to send your child abroad to a completely new country with a different language, and they're just out of high school, and we completely understand. And as the best universities worldwide, we do have a whole range of services to support international undergraduate students. Most of that is done through our International Community Office, which sits in the Office of International Programs. That is a team of 3 staff members, and their function is to help admitted international undergraduate students from the moment they receive their offer letter to navigate the process of obtaining student residence permit if they need to obtain it before they arrive in Turkey or once they're in Turkey. of obtaining, for example, health insurance, if they need support with finding accommodation near campus, if for example, they're not going to stay on our campus dormitories, to provide, information about that. And once the students are here, we have a kind of dedicated orientation program for new international undergraduate students so that they can connect with each other, but also with Turkish mentors who are going to be their kind of guides for all of the complicated Turkish bureaucracy things that are very difficult to understand if you don't speak Turkish. So our Turkish students, their role and their duty to help our international students available, on WhatsApp anytime. They really, if a student is having any issues with any paperwork or anything like that, they communicate with the relevant offices and help them. After they have settled in that first period of orientation, then the International Community Office also offers throughout the year a lot of events related to, for example, learning Turkish. There's a Turkish language practice hour that right now is being offered online. There are social integration activities. We have an international student club that also organizes social activities, and as much as possible to support individual students with any kind of emergency or specific situation that they might need support with. So one thing though that we always want to mention to the newly admitted international undergraduate students is that as a young university, even though we set up all of our programs in English, so the teaching of the courses and everything is done in English, and all student communications are done in English and Turkish, you may find at some units that not all staff are fluent in English, but this is something that we're actively working on to make sure that there's no communication issues for international students. And we do have a lot of our current international students who have been championing ways of improving that in terms of different activities and integrating with staff members at the colleges or other units to improve that. So for me, Koç University is a beacon of hope in Turkey for the future, because I see our students and how socially responsible they are and academically well prepared, and it gives me hope that things will continue to improve, not only for Turkey but worldwide. And I know that partly it's because of the education they have received at our university. So I invite you to check out the whole series that we have prepared to discover each of our departments and undergraduate programs. We think you're going to really like them. This is the first of the series as a brief introduction. And I invite you to also please follow our YouTube playlist where you will find all of them. Thank you.